Good morning, I'm Arun Patel.
And I'm Chamal Satish, and this is your Falcon News.
Jacob and Cameron are back with another pop culture segment to get your take on current events, from social media challenges to new album releases.
How you doing, guys? This is this week's pop culture segment. I'm JB.
I'm CC3.
We're just going to be going over recent events that have happened and give a little description about them.
Alright, so we're going to start off with some USC Mine. You know, it's been a big trend. We've seen a lot of Instagram videos being reposted, people tagging each other in the challenge. It's very viral right now.
So the USC Mind Challenge is focused around mental health and raising awareness for it and trying to increase funds for mental health. And it's also for some suicide prevention purposes. Mainly it's just to bring the community together and create a sense of welcoming and community.
Yeah, Jacob actually participated in the challenge. You know, we'll put it right here.
Yeah, we'll give a couple examples.
You have 24 hours.
In more recent news, actually, this Monday, on Easter Monday, unfortunately, Pope Francis died. He was known for being very down to earth. You know, he actually rode in a Ford Focus instead of a limousine. He was the first pope from Latin America and the Jesuit order. He was very influential. He gave back to the poor and the marginalized a lot. So, you know, it's very sad that he died, but there's a very big process that goes into choosing the next pope. So I'm excited to see who the next pope is.
Rest in peace, Pope. And finally, we got the Ken Carson album. He dropped it. A lot of these songs sound repetitive and are similar beats, but I like down to earth and off the meter. Have you tapped in?
I mean, nah, I do listen to Ken Carson, but I haven't tapped in.
Thank you guys for watching this week's segment. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week.
Yeah, I second that.
Peace.
2 weeks ago, Skills USA CTSO took 64 students to Greensboro to compete in their state competition. Take a look at this event.
Welcome to Skills USA!
Skills USA is one of the greatest competitions that you'll ever do in your life as a high schooler.
Last week, we had a men's volleyball tournament in the main gym. Let's peep the highlights from it.
Now let's go through the halls with Barkley and ask some would you rather questions.
Good morning, Grinnell Falcons. This is Barkley Wall. Welcome to your Among the Halls segment. Hello, who am I here with?
Brayden.
All right, Brayden. Would you rather get thrown in a pit full of snakes where you would definitely get bit, but you would only get like really close to dying, but you wouldn't like die? Or would you like have a stalker who like wants to follow you and cut off all your toes and eat them, but she's like hella fine, so like you mess with it?
Should cut these toes off, dog. I don't do snakes. And it like, really, I might, right. He understand it.
Who am I here with? DJ Hoffman. Would you rather live in a zombie apocalypse or never ride a tricycle again?
Zombie apocalypse.
Why?
Because that's freaking sick, dude. Because that's freaking sick, dude.
Because that's freaking sick, dude. House, like, modify your car. I don't know. Get all your friends together and just have fun. I don't know. Obviously, you have to worry about zombies, but, you know. That would be pretty radical. Who am I here with?
Okay.
Would you rather at any random part of the day have all your clothes disappear, or have a random, like, big, brolic, like, Russian guy, like, spawn in and slap you in the face with a tuna fish?
Second one.
The tuna fish?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it seems cool.
All right, who am I here with?
Noi.
Noi, would you rather have to solve a Rubik's Cube every time you go to the bathroom, before you go to the bathroom, or have a cinder block fall on your foot at like a random height once a week?
Solve a Rubik's Cube.
Who am I here with?
Marcus Holbig.
All right. If your toilet could talk, would you rather like being used or hate being used?
Wait, what? If the toilet could talk, what would the toilet say?
Oh, brother!
If your toilet could talk, would you rather it like being used or hate being used?
I'd probably rather it like being used.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's like seems like it would make my day more enjoyable.
Who am I here with?
Isaac.
Isaac. Would you rather talk like Mike Tyson for the rest of your life, or remove your elbows from your body?
Talk like Mike Tyson.
Why?
Cause some people think I'm like his son and stuff. Some people think I'm like his son, so like I'd be like his son. And if I see him, I'd be like.
I mean, you are strong.
Yeah. I just bought 225.
Yeah. He's got great. Thanks, man.
No, Derek Lacerna.
Would you rather fight 100 babies or fight Cameron Collins with glasses?
Cameron Collins with glasses.
Okay. Who am I here with?
Blake Lassard.
Would you rather turn into a goblin once a day for 10 minutes, like a goblin from like Clash Royale, for instance, or lick like a Korean sumo dude's like toes and they definitely have cheese on them?
Goblin.
Okay. All right, that's cool. Thanks, dudes.
Are you interested in learning an instrument? Orchestra has a message for you.
What is one word that describes Green Hope Orchestra?
Passion. Community.
Inspiring.
Fun.
Cinematic.
Best teacher.
Epic.
Involved. Family. Exciting.
Comfortable. Unique.
It lets us get creative.
That's more than one word.
But it's more than that. Come on, I'll show you. Now you get it?
For sure. Yeah, totally. So, what are you waiting for? Be creative. Join Orchestra!
Here's a look at next week's schedule. On Tuesday, women's softball takes on Apex, while women's lacrosse faces Green Level. On Thursday, men's lacrosse plays Apex, and on Friday, women's soccer goes up against Sanderson. Thank you for watching this week's Falcon News. For more student news and updates, head on over to ghfalcon.com.
And for other student-made content, check out GH Falcon Vision on YouTube and Twitter. Have a great weekend, Falcons.